But this was a big win for the Fever because the Aces were the only team that they had not won at least one game to last season, meaning the Aces swept the Fever last season. They actually haven't won a game against the Aces in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark. This team is crazy. They are beating the #1 team in the league first. And then they go and beat the Aces, who they haven't won to in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark, which is just a testament to how this team is finally developing.
Clip to go viral. Zoom in, slow it down, pause it midair. Whatever you do, it tells the same story. Hull is legal and disciplined. Wilson initiates the contact, makes no play on the ball from a legal position, and ends up on Hull's back like it's a piggyback ride at a summer camp. And yet, the whistle never came. No foul, no explanation, just a jump ball. That moment wasn't just a missed call. It was a symbol. The Indiana Fever sideline erupted in disbelief. Coach Christy Sides was out of her seat and into the official's ear immediately, demanding an answer. Caitlin Clark, usually locked in and stoic, leapt off the bench and started clapping, shouting, rallying the crowd. She wasn't just supporting her teammate or
Asia Whistle Wilson. My God, you see how many free throws that lady had? Oh my God, on the stat sheet she had basically 30 points, but all the free throws this woman got, man, they tried their best to keep the Aces in the game, man, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter, man. They destroyed the Aces. About freaking time the Fever finally beats the Aces, man, and without Caitlin.
Aya Wilson, free throw machine tonight. They were trying to brush it off, but the disbelief crept into their tone anyway. When even the hometown commentators are confused, it says a lot. Let's talk about those free throws. Aya Wilson went to the line 13 times in that game. The entire Indiana Fever team had just 17 free throw attempts combined. When one player from the league's most high-profile team nearly matches the entire opposing roster in foul shots, fans start asking questions, and they're not wrong to. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's data. It's imbalance. It's right.
This defense is playing phenomenal. Oh my God, it's night and day. I think that Commissioner's Cup gave them swag. Now they're swagging it out. I never seen Natasha Howard so aggressive in my life. This girl is beasting now all suddenly. She is beast moding right now. And Timpson, the rookie, getting block shots, getting steals. Leah Boston is just murking, destroying Asia Wilson. I got a Wilson. I got a nickname for Asia Wilson, guys. You know what it is? Whistle Wilson. Because this lady's always getting whistles. She's the person with the special whistle, guys. Every freaking time. And then she goes to the free throw line. Freaking free throw merchant. I think she's related to SGA. But anyway, she's not playing that great.
It's corrosive to the entire product. Coaches are seeing it too. After the game, Aces head coach Becky Hammond described the contest as a rugby match. Pointing to the constant grabbing and holding, her frustration was palpable. Not because her team lost, but because the game itself had lost structure. And while she was mostly calling out physical play from Indiana, it's telling that even the coach of the defending champions was disgusted by the officiating.
The Aces tried to put a little run together to start the third quarter, and Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull shut that shit down. They shut it down by hitting some big shots. All right, that steal led to the only 2 points that Sophie Cunningham had, but it was big. So right here, let's start at Leah Boston right here. That's Sydney Colson to Boston. She gonna drive into the lane, and I've got to tell you, she gave Asia Wilson all she could handle.
And a coach who finally snapped on behalf of her players. In that moment, Sides became a voice for every viewer who's been yelling at their screen, wondering when someone in the league would finally speak up. And it's not just an Indiana problem. Players across the league, especially rookies, lesser-known role players, or anyone who isn't the superstar tier, are seeing the gap in whistle consistency. Some of them have quietly liked fan tweets that point out officiating issues. Others have
Wilson,
hinted
she got
at
a
it in
favorable
post-game
whistle in the
interviews
second
and
half,
podcasts,
but it is what it is.
or through offhand
Superstars get the
remarks.
whistle.
But when an
Unless
over-the-back
your name is
non-call like this gets replayed millions of times
29
online,
points for Asia
it
Wilson.
becomes
3
undeniable.
boards, 3 personal
Not
fouls, 3
speculation.
turnovers,
It's proof.
9 for 18
So what
from the
now?
field goal.
The
From the
WNBA has
field,
a decision
11
to
for
make.
13
Either it leans
from
into
the free throw line.
transparency and
Look at the
begins
rest of her
publicly
team.
evaluating its officials,
2 points,
like
2
the NBA
points,
does with
2
last
points,
2-minute reports,
6 points,
or it
0
continues
points,
pretending
4
there's
points,
nothing to see
2
here.
points,
But
3
fans
points.
aren't dumb.
Dana Evans, 1
They
for
got
10,
slow-mo.
Dana Evans. Oh
They've
my
got
goodness.
editing software. They've got receipts. The league can't afford to alienate its most passionate base. The Caitlin Clark effect has brought millions of new eyes. But if those eyes consistently see games where the rules don't apply evenly, they won't stick around. Growth doesn't come from viral highlights alone. It comes from trust in the competition. Fairness isn't a luxury. It's the bedrock of any credible sport. Every time a whistle feels political instead of principled. Every time a ref favors a storyline over a rulebook. Every time silence meets outrage, the league chips away at its own integrity. This isn't about one jump ball. It's about the entire game that followed and what it represented. If the WNBA wants to become the global sports powerhouse it's capable of being, it can't build on a foundation of silence. It needs accountability. It needs consistency. It needs officiating that doesn't bend for storylines, stars, or spotlight moments. This time, fans saw it in real time. They're not forgetting. If you've been watching, if you've been frustrated, if you've been screaming at your screen, you're not alone. The question now is whether the league will hear you or hope you quiet down. If you're still here, drop your thoughts in the comments. Share the clip. Demand a report. Let's make it clear. We're not just watching. We're holding receipts. And we expect better.